Hey guys, we're going to be fishing Caddo Lake today, one of the most unique lakes in the United States of America, largest natural lake. Caddo is a border lake, Texas and Louisiana, right up here in northwest Louisiana, northeast Texas. We're going to show you today how to get on Caddo Lake, how to catch some big bass, and also how to navigate around the lake without tearing your stuff up and getting out there and having an enjoyable time. Caddo Lake is definitely a unique lake. You're shallow water fishing 99% of the time here on Caddo. Makes for a fun time fishing. Majority of people that come to Caddo not only are coming for the fishing, but they come for the unique experience of being in the largest cypress forest in the world. We're about 28,000 acres here. Cypress trees loaded down with Spanish moss. Nice sunrise makes for a beautiful experience out there on the water, and the fishing is a bonus. One of the things you have to kind of wade through as far as Caddo Lake is concerned is everything looks fishy, but it's not all that way as far as the fish is concerned. So get with some locals, get with somebody that's got a little bit of knowledge, get you a head start, so when you make your trip down, you have a great experience. The scenery is a given. You're going to have that for sure when you come to Caddo. Pretty good one there. All right, Caddo Lake bass fishing. Going to stick baits around the cypress trees and catching some nice bass. It's a great time to be out on the water. Caddo, it's a extremely old lake. Nobody really knows for sure exactly how it's formed. There's a couple of different theories on formation of Caddo Lake. One is the Great Madrid earthquake. We have a fault line that still runs through here, and you still have some earthquake tremors here and there. The other is the great raft that they had on Red River, and that backed a lot of the water up here on Caddo, and that enabled a lot of your steamboat traffic back in the day, paddle boats, to make that venture from all the way from New Orleans all the way to Jefferson. That was mid 1800s when Caddo was really booming in that area. And Jefferson was a town where it's one of the largest inland ports, second only to Galveston during that time. And you know, Jefferson now, we're sitting there and you have about 2,000 people in that town, but during that time it was 30,000 people that were living in Jefferson. So a lot of history and a lot of things to do around the lake, and it's a good place to come and get out and learn a little bit more about it. Fishing on Caddo today, targeting shallow water cypress trees, going some soft stick baits, big bite bait lures, trick stick. It's been real good to us. I ain't been catching anything small like that. Wonder what the deal is. Navigation on Caddo can be a little bit intimidating, especially with all the bayous and sloughs, and you can get turned around pretty easy. Buying you a good map, getting someone to kind of show you around the lake is very important, but Caddo is also marked a a lot of it's boat roads or boat lanes with creosote poles, and got a sign on each side of the pole, and you want to make sure you're running on the same side as that sign is on when you're running down these boat roads. And if you'll notice those boat roads, they'll have a letter and a number on it. That's just a reference point that you can use, but all that's marked on these good Caddo Lake maps, and a lot of them will have it on a lot of your electronics now, where you can kind of keep up where you're at and where you're going. I would suggest, you know, once you get off of those, I mean, it's idle only, because not only is a lot of cypress trees that you can see, there's a lot of stumps and things like that, a lot of boat hazard stuff underneath the water, especially late summer when the lake gets low. You really want to be careful on getting around. Caddo Lake bass fishing. Mark Allen's Guide Service. Catch some nice fish here last few weeks. Switched over to Texas rigging, trick worm. It's a little change up. It's a little male bass. You can see, male bass. Building those nests, those big old females. All right, I'd like to start off and first kind of tell you some patterns that were going on here on Caddo. I'm just gonna kind of carry you through the different seasons and what I like to throw. Starting early season, talking about late January through February, I love throwing some type of crankbait. Red is a great color on Caddo, but you can also be throwing white or some kind of chartreuse color, because the water's gonna be a little bit more off colored. During the springtime, it's hard to beat your stick baits. Trick stick by Big Bite or Cinco type bait. Then you got your finesse type worm, 7-inch. This is a Big Bite bait, Nico Rama. You can fish this multiple ways. You can wacky worm it, you can Texas rig it, and Texas rig finesse worm is good not only in the spring, but it'll carry you right on into summer when you're getting around a lot of schooling fish, throwing your chatterbait around active schooling fish along with the top water, but also Texas rigging this when those fish go down, and that'll continue to produce for you right on up into the fall. With all the vegetation here on Caddo, you got an abundance of it: hydrilla, salvinia, coontail, pads. You need to make sure you got you a good selection of frogs. I love the hollow belly frogs that you can use. Good stiff rod, tied on braided line, working it across that vegetation will produce you some big bass, and it's a fun way to fish. And you're looking for tournament type quality fish, even part of the spawn, you can throw that frog quite a bit, but as it rolls on off into late April and May, the frog bite is going to be a top producer for some big quality fish. And that'll kind of help get you started when you're coming to Caddo, and give you a general idea of bait selection and certain times of the year on what you want to be throwing. And hopefully we showed you a few things that you can use to have your make your experience a little bit better here on Caddo Lake. If I can help you out and shorten that learning curve a little bit, give me a call here at Mark Allen's Guide Service.